What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I took a red trade today. It's actually really interesting how I started really great today. I had two really great green trades, and I was up a little over $3,000 a day. And then I just hung around my office a little longer. Usually, if I have one or two really good trades in a row, I'll stop trading there, and I'll go on about my day, go to the gym, maybe come back later, work on some videos, whatever it is. But no, I kept trading and took one red trade. I was like, I'll just make it back, and another one. And now I'm back down to minus $500 on the day, which is really not that much if you really think about it. My typical wins are around $5,000 on the day. So losing a tenth of that on a red day is really, really good. And I'm here to show you guys red days and how you need to keep your risk management high, keep your losses low while your wins high, to be profitable in the long term. Because losing $500 is really not a big deal if you wins around 10, 20, $5,000 is really not. Even if your wins are around $1,500 to $2,000, you're going to be good in the long term. So if you learn what I made and not make those mistakes, make sure you watch the whole video. And if you learn with me, trade with me live every single day, make sure you hit the links down below. Join our Discord, our private community group. All right, well, let's first go over the two green trades I took real quick, and they were all alerted in our group. The very first trade I took was this AMD trade. I had the support right here around 101.85 right off the sides. You guys can see this was a resistance turned support. So then I had a support. Also, there's a resistance up here, which was hit in the pre-market. And as you guys can see, we had higher low, right? Just lower highs forming, lower high forming. And with this Canadian F confirmation, more likely we would see lower. So I was looking for this break below here. So we at the open, we pumped, and then once we closed below here, I got into puts and rolled in after about a really nice 70 to 100% win. I took some profits along the way, 30, 50, 70, 100%. Really great win. My last PT was fringe at $100, which was almost hit spot on 100.06. And that was kind of it. I started it with that, and it was up a nice chunk of change, right around $2,300 off that play. And I thought, okay, well, let me maybe look for one more play since this was very early onto the day, and I just kept trading. So my next play was on SPY. It's usually the ticker I trade the most. Kind of rare for me to trade something that's not SPY. Today I traded AMD. It's going to 5-minute time frame because that was the trades that I took. So here you see, we see now the SPY just completely moon. Let me roll the drawings. You can see SPY completely moon today, but that really didn't happen until past 11. So imagine this being its own thing. Imagine this didn't even happen today. So first, right off the open, we saw a pretty big sell-off. You can see the sell-off here. And I looked for this rejection here right around 411.5. You can see right off this levels over here, 411.5, right off these pre-market levels and also the previous day. So in general, I was looking for this 411.5 support resistance, and as you can tell here, it actually even turned into support. So I get into some puts right here, 411.5. At 411 or 50-cent move, I was able to take one partial target, since when you're trading options, it moves pretty quick. It was 20%. Very quickly, I took one. I took a partial, still kept that, and ended up closing them out at around 411.6 once, we had this pushback up here and above. Overall, a really small gain of about $500, and that put me right around $2,800 on the day. I had also an AMD swing from yesterday. It was up $600 on the day, so that took me overall right around $3,300 on the day. And I probably should have just ended it there. Took two trades. One was really good. One was mediocre. It was okay. I got upgrading. That's all that matters. Preserved capital. I had a nice swing for the day prior. Should probably just left and come back later once, the range had established, which I could have seen. Here, once it broke about this, I could have, getting on this bull flag here, maybe played it to the upside or a lot of different options. But I did not. I kept trading. So then we had a little bit of a news event. You guys can see this really crazy time period right here. These really crazy candles. They're on here. So let's go in 3 minutes so we can see this better. So what happened here was a news event. We talked about a debt ceiling. So Joe Biden was talking about the debt ceiling. They kind of made this crazy few candles here. So first you had this big green candle. I did not trade this. Then you had a big red candle. And I was looking for a little bit of a trend line break. So you guys can see I had this top horizontal line. And off of this wick like this, I thought, well, more than likely, this looks like a liquidity grab to the top side. Now, we're during news events. Sometimes you just never know what's going to happen. Even if it looks like technically a good thing, sometimes it could always go the opposite way. And that was one of the cases today. So then once we broke this trend line, I decided to get in on some puts around this red candle here. And they were looking pretty good, and then they quickly were not. So this was pretty quick, a wick down, you know, kind of the support that we were talking about earlier, the 411.5, 411.6 level. We up below it, and then once we close above this, I probably should just close them for a small loss of about $600, $500, somewhere in there. But I decided to hold them and see if they will get over 412. And being 0 days, that punished me quickly because, you know, I saw this red candle here, this green red candles in a row on the 5 minute right there. So I thought we're probably gonna retest this line. So I was thinking you probably go up, retest this line, reject, and then make a new low and confirm the change of directions, the cha-cha with the low, with this high here, this low here, lower high, and then lower low and head for low day. So that was my idea behind it, but yeah, it didn't work out. Broke above it, and then you guys can see I finally closed it right, you know, around this area for a pretty decent 40% loss, which, you know, was pretty large in then, and I'm owning the rest of the day. But that's what's so important. I couldn't just hold on to it because you can see I've never lost 100%. I definitely lost 100% of it if I held it. That's why it's people are like, oh, well, you know, I'll just hold it and see what happens. This is why you don't want to just hold and see what happens. So let's say you had a stop loss here, and then you just let it do its thing. You know, you spin down a ton of money. So that was quite unfortunate. Looking back, some things I could do, maybe look for this change of character to confirm first, wait for that lower high to be formed, and then enter position versus just entering on the breakdown right away. Also, this trend line here, I could probably realize this is a liquidity trend line to go to the top side. What do I mean by that? Let me show you guys here. So you have liquidity forming right around this trend line on this channel like this. And if you're in the masterclass, guys, get in the masterclass. We're going to have that starting end of this week. We're going to be talking about these liquidity grabs exactly like this. So you have this liquidity grab, people think it's breaking down, and because you do not wait for the candle closes, right, because the candle closes end up right still on the trend line, it runs it all the way back up. So there's something that I should have probably kept an eye on, but I'll still hand see the video on those puts because I didn't want to miss a big move because I thought it was probably going to be happening. And, you know, I didn't feel like missing it because I missed, you know, a pretty big chunk move with these candles right here happening right before. So next time, as always, gotta stay patient, gotta stay disciplined. That's the motto to learn. You know, you survive, fight for the next day. You know, all days are always going to be green. And more than happy to share the losses when it happens, because the losses you can learn a lot more than the wins. The wins are hard to go back like, okay, what could I have done better? It's like, well, I did something good. I'm not gonna worry about it. The losses are really important because we can go back and we can really analyze what did wrong. Because now I sit back and like, why did I lose money? It makes me analyze the reasons why and, you know, what I could do better next time. So always hope you guys learned, find these videos very educational for you guys, and, you know, leave a like, subscribe, comment below. If you're trading me live every single day, check out the links down below. I promise you won't regret it. And as always, peace.